Good morning, friends. Welcome back. I hope you're all doing great. Hope you had a nice, safe trading day. And yes, look at the information we got from our swing low in the discount. Man, kind of annoying, but at the same time, it's just whatever. It is what it is. Personally, I was looking for price to want to come and attack these lows, and I was considering that perhaps that was good enough. So at the beginning of our little journey here, I was mentioning that I would like to see price in this low at least, and if it wanted to be a real jerk, come down here. And this is where I was anticipating NFP to want to hang out. So I'm under the impression that we're not doing that. So the measurement from last night was here. And this was a price point in which if we got a close above that, I would deem my bearish bias for the week offside. But again, it's not that we didn't hit a target. We found the bottom of the week. It was the liquidity pool. So pretty sweet. Annoying. I mean, look at this. Like, does that look normal? It looks stupid. And if you're like trying to project trend, you would want a higher low, taking that liquidity, but not that one. Leave that swing low alone and then do that and continue trend. But it just doesn't want to actually come down there yet. So we'll see ya. Like I said, we're back above the open for the week and it's NFP. So I would just assume that we're going to snap out. So new targets for NFP. I'm just going to go back to the daily chart before I go any further. But this is the whole point to what I've been doing with you guys the last couple of weeks. You all know that none of what I was looking for was a super hard bias, especially since that reprice there and this candle here. It could have went either way. It just happened to want to go up. So this is the information that's being provided, and I guess now I'm interested in that candle right there. Now, one thing was that this wick up in here, I was mentioning that if we come and tap that upper quarter of that wick, that my bearish bias, would still be intact if we were to reprice away from it. Because we've taken that liquidity pool, that's void. That's null and void. So it's likely going to be trending. So what I would like to see is NFP reach up into one of these three highs here. I'm not sure which one, but we'll just call it from this body to that high. So this is my guess. And I would love nothing more than just NFP to just start dumping and turbo dump into here. Politely take this pool of liquidity, just one big giant slam dunk. That would be awesome, but it's just not likely now. So, we're back up above some price points. Like it's likely going up. So anyway, actually, before I continue on that, go into a, let's say, 5-minute chart. I think we were playing this morning. So this morning for the AM premium members, it was really choppy. It was really annoying. You didn't miss too much. Yeah, it was the 5 minute. And this is part of the reason why I haven't been doing much publicly, is because the AM sessions have just been lame like this. So I was looking at this candle's range here, and this morning we had come up for this buy side pool up in here, and it ran away from it, so we got short right in here and covered down into here. I did want to see it rip down, but it wasn't showing a willingness, so we collapsed the trade, and that was it for that. But coming up, there will be much more fun to be had. And then this morning, my long trade right in here. So you'll see rated opening bell. She come down and stabbed. I switched to my 15-second chart, seen the thing, and got in. Boom, and that was that. Took it to buy side liquidity and shut her down. And I'm kind of glad I did. And you can see the trade on the tweeter. And then, so the PM session, this ended up being a freaking gorgeous, gorgeous Thursday. And, you know, had I not been, I could have flipped long if I wanted to, just like I did Friday, just using the exact same technique. But this lower repricing, I mean, my trade, the original one, was in here from the AM session, just this candlestick here. Now, when it came back, I just kind of go and do whatever after I'm done trading. But had I seen this, you guys, this was the move here. It come down and swept sell side liquidity and made the model. It took a little bit, but my gosh, that was so cool. Like, that is so cool. It just nailed 2 deviations of that guy perfectly. My gosh, that's so cool. So something to study, that the Judas was at 10 before running in down into here. And if you go and put one of those on and check out your daily chart, you'll see that that was the fair value gaps consequent encroachment here. And that was that repricing right there. So the Judas was at 10 today, and then she just launched off of that puppy. So very cool, very cool. I didn't actually see all that till we hung out this afternoon. Hey, what's going on? Who is that? What's up, buddy? What's up, Martin? So, NFP projections. And you guys got to know that this is just a complete guess. It could just be totally, completely random and want to eat everybody. And it had a large range today. I don't know what to expect. I have zero expectations. But this is that one gap that I had on my chart. So I'm just going to measure, and we closed above half and we opened above half. So there's a gap here. I like that. This thing could turbo launch. You guys don't even know. So targets for tomorrow. Right here. So I want this candle. That's it. as far as trying to find a bottom, I would want to use this inefficiency here. The best moves is this is a balanced range here. Like we're likely going to get some violence out of that one. If it wants to get squirrely, maybe the reclaimed order block or the indigo here, reclaim that as well. So basically this. I'm not going to have this on the chart. I don't expect it to want to come down here, but just the nature of NFP, it totally could. So don't be surprised. If we do, I'm probably going to be cowboying it tomorrow. Just in a sense that I don't have much expectation beyond this. So if everything's on side, then I'll put up some risk. But at the same time, you guys, if it decides that it wants to not poke this high, give this candle here a wick and just start turbo dumping, that's what I want to see. It's not doing that. It's in an expansion profile. So yeah. Now, be warned that the one-sided shenanigans that can happen tomorrow, if it's not completely one-sided, it's going to be a seek and destroy like you've never seen in your life. If you guys miss the trade and let's say it's already just ripping out of London, we're going to look for a short later. Okay, so if London makes a big dynamic range and you miss the move, naturally you're going to go, oh, that sucks, but don't worry about it. We'll find a position after everybody else is wiped off the map. God bless you all. Thank you all for joining, and we will see you tomorrow. Be super safe. Peace.